This is Sudden Impact. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Sudden Impact, where I, John, bring you the news about TNA wrestling. In today's news, Wednesday, 18th September, the Knockouts Tag Team Champions set to defend on Impact. Cardona makes his in-ring return as well. And Mike Santana and JDC Texas Deathmatch on this week's episode of Impact. And in other news, the Hardys announced for the upcoming tapings and more news about Joe Hendry. So without further ado, let's get started. So starting off with the announcement that the new TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champions, Spitfire, are set to defend their championships on this week's episode of Impact. Now, as of this writing, their opponents have yet to be determined, but we've seen, and as we've seen, the team of Marsha Slamovich and Alicia Edwards have split following their defeat at Victory Road. So we could possibly see Ash by Elegance and Heather Reckless challenge for the championships, as Reckless seems to be wanting to learn from Ash. Could be the opportunity for a new team to debut, possibly from NXT. So moving on, Matt Cardona is finally set to make his in-ring return to TNA programming after months and months of teasing as such. So, and his opponent for this return match is none other than the War Machine Rhino. So these two have history, both in TNA, most recently at Victory Road, and as well as in another company. So Rhino will be looking for revenge. Let's just say that. And TNA announced on X that the Hardys will be competing at the Spartanburg, South Carolina set of tapings in September 27 and 28. So this marks the first time that TNA will be back in Spartanburg since 2012. And they went on to say in the release as well that they put out that both Matt and Jeff will be in Spartanburg on the 24th and 25th of September, making media appearances regarding the Spartanburg shows. And finally, Joe Hendry has responded on X to Xavier Woods' parody video about him after Hendry's win over Josh Alexander at Victory Road. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend going onto X and just having a look. It is fantastic. I mean, it even had Joe Hendry saying that Xavier Woods' parody of him is he's a better Joe Hendry than Joe Hendry. So it is high praise from the man himself. So this is fantastic, and just another way to show that Joe Hendry is white hot in the wrestling industry. And let's just hope that he can just keep riding that wave of momentum into a TNA championship win. So that's all for today's news. So leave your comments down below on any of the stories that I've discussed. And until next time, I'm John, and this has been Sudden Impact.